Hi, I'm David Woolard. I'm the costume designer for this opera, Death and the Powers. Right now I'm working in the very hot wardrobe room. It's so hot in here. There's a lot of gray in the fabrics. The idea being that the robots have created these people, so they're using technology that they know. So we looked at what the robots were made of, what the screens were made of, and tried to reflect that back in the materials of the costumes as well. So Simon's in a dark suit and very cut, very clean, very tailored to him. Diane and I talked about the idea of Bill Gates or Walt Disney and those sorts of power players that are in the Imagineering world. I mean, and that can think of different things than just a corporate executive idea. Evie, his wife, is very jeweled, glamorized version of what we think that Simon would have as his wife. And she has the most changes. We watch her visually change as she kind of goes in and is taken in by the powers of the machine. And Nicholas became more robotic as rehearsals went along. And when we were doing rehearsals in Cambridge, Nicholas was more human. And then as rehearsals developed in Cambridge, Nicholas became 80% robot as opposed to 80% human. So we've shifted his costume completely now that we're here, and it's a far more mechanical look to him. Still retaining humanity, and we certainly see the actor and are involved with the actor visually, but it's a more functioning look to him. Miranda, we kind of play with her, and she is of that gray world, but she brings us a more human quality to that. So there's color in her from the beginning. And then later on, she becomes a more casual look, so that because she's taken on this idea of like, no, this isn't what I want. I want to deal with the human, the very human world. So she goes away from the clothing that is more costume of this world and becomes more human of today's world. And that's when we get to meet the miseries and whatnot, when she's battling with her father or arguing with her father about what is the miseries and the emotion, the energy that is in all humans, as opposed to the energy that is in all machines. All the miseries, we asked them to bring in clothes themselves. So some of these things are their personal clothes. These are the same things that we did in rehearsal. When I designed it, we did it with an idea that it could go on many people in different ways, and then it's all been painted. It'll be spattered with this pattern on it. Visually on stage, the background, the scenery, is all very mechanical, and the chandelier is very hard surface. The walls are the versatube that's being used is very hard surfaced. And I wanted to make sure that that was balanced with a human quality, so that the audience had a visual way into the opera. They're going to walk in and they're going to be astounded by what goes on in the walls and how interesting that is and all that sort of stuff. But the story that's actually written here is really intriguing. It's not just about the visual effects. The story is really great. So I just wanted to make sure that the audience got that and understand, had a key into that.